Congratulations to West Virginia. Great team. They've had a phenomenal year. I think they're going to do very, very well moving forward in the College Cup. So we wish them luck as they move forward. So I'm very proud of our team. We've had a number of injuries and some really good players not playing for a while, and had to make some changes and move players in different positions as the year's gone on, and played in a very tough league. And as you saw at the end, we were pushing to the very last second. I thought we played well, and obviously stats speak for where we really dominated in the second half. And I thought a couple things could I'm not sure what happened with the goal, but it was ruled it didn't go in, so that's how it stands. And but I'm very, very proud of our group. They fought to the end, and it's a really, really special group. It's a hard group to let go because of all the quality of the young ladies in that group, both on the field and in the classroom and in the community. They've represented Duke University very well in our soccer program, especially our senior class, and have taken us to great heights. And we look forward to following that group, and I know they're going to do some great things in their lives.
All season long, WVU has been known as one of the better defenses in the country. Mm-hmm. What was your game plan coming in as to how you guys were going to break them down and get them behind them?
I mean, we felt it was going to be a very close game, obviously, because they defensively they're so athletic. It's pretty amazing how athletic. Been in this a long time, and I'm not sure I've seen them more athletic, especially the back line. So we got some talent offensively for us too, and so we felt like we could get at them. They were much more dominant in the game when they won in Durham in September, but if you kind of break that game down, the goals were so a couple crazy things happened in the goals that led to that. So, and obviously them scoring on a set play, and I really got to look at that again for 2 minutes coming. I mean, it looked like we didn't do a good job of clearing the first ball, and the second ball got in. It was fairly soft goal in that point, and you just in this when you have two really good teams and two teams that two of some of the best in the country. Set plays is what can separate you offensively and defensively, and they did a good job on. We had 9 corners in the second half, and they did a good job of their clearing. So, they're very good. They're very good individually, and they're very good collectively as a group. And the goalkeeper coming back in return, I thought she played well, and thought she had some very nice saves, couple really good saves. So I think it's a really good team. Going forward to the College Cup, and I think they've got a really good chance in the College Cup.
Your shot that came off the bar and down, what was your view of that, and what were the players saying about that?
Probably my view was that we thought it went in, but it was close. It was close. I mean, they have a better angle than I do, but I felt at that time and that it was in. But they were probably right because of their positioning was not bad positioning, both the center referee and the linesman looking at it. But we had a couple that we should have finished. I mean, there was a number of them. The keeper made some really nice saves with him. We just didn't do a great job, and that's been a little bit of a bugaboo for us at different times during the course of the year. We can create a lot of opportunities, and we just that kind of maybe catches us a little bit. Some of our attacking players, have gone out as the season's gone on, but again, very, very proud of our group, and I thought it was a heck of a soccer game, very entertaining, and both ways, great crowd here in West Virginia, very much into it. So, been around a long time when there was 2 people and a dog watching games and stuff, and that place was packed and was loud and was just a great women's soccer game, college game. So.
Coach, you obviously played West Virginia twice now this season,
right.
And you played North Carolina, being in the same conference.
Right.
How kind of give us what an early matchup would be?
Right. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. When we played North Carolina, they were still trying to find themselves. I mean, it was a 0-0 tie, but it was like 30-7 or something in shots with it, and we really, really dominated the match. But they were still trying to find themselves. In our league, I think they've they have grown the most of any team in our league over the year, and I think they hang their hats a lot defensively, like West Virginia does. I think you're going to see another tight game with them. With North Carolina, and it's going to be, again, set plays may come in, on both sides of the boxes, the defending and attacking with it too. But, going to have a lot of, I think what I would give West Virginia, like I almost give with anybody else, is their athleticism. And that's not only in the back but up front. I mean, their athleticism's off the charts. And not only athletes, but they're good soccer playing athletes too. It's there's a difference between athletes and athletes that can really play, and they're good soccer players. So, like everybody in the country, going to have a hard time. North Carolina will probably have a hard time with them, but I think North Carolina will also present them. North Carolina has not given up many goals at all. So I think whoever takes a chance is the best will probably be successful.
You guys really asserted yourselves in attack in the second half. What changes did you make at halftime?
We stepped up the pressure a little bit. We were holding because we wanted to look for the counter in the first half, and we wanted our pressure was back a little bit more, and we wanted to get in behind them. This field is so big and so wide. There's a lot of space out there. In the second half, we picked up our pressure from everybody, took our two players and pushed them higher, and then picked up. And, at times we really locked West Virginia in their half, and they had a hard time getting out of the half. I thought we also defended better when our pressure was higher. We were tougher. I didn't. At first half, when they got to us, we didn't defend very tough. I thought we were much tougher and ball winners and won balls and able to keep the ball a little bit more in the second half and, be able to open up. We tried to, because this field is so big, we tried to attack with the wide players a lot. First half, especially when they were trying to press us in, we tried to break pressure with diagonal balls to our outside backs. And, at times I thought that worked well. But I think when we made a change and just decided to pick up higher and press them in a little bit more, we were more successful.
Coach, you mentioned a couple times West Virginia's keeper and some of the plays she made. And this is obviously her first game of the tournament. So,
yeah, it's great.
To be kind of put into the situation, what does that say about what she was able to do out there?
I mean, it's a tough situation, I'm sure, for everybody. Keepers played before, keepers coming in. I'm sure they've handled it well. They always do here. They always do things first class. So I'm sure they handled it well with it too. But you saw her quality tonight, and you can see why. I'm sure as a coach, Nikki, that's a hard decision to make. But you could see why that decision was made. The other keeper may have done the same thing, but tonight there was a lot of quality in goal for them, and she made some really big saves. And in my opinion, I think it's one of the main reasons they're moving on is what she did in goal too.